unfamiliar with. But I couldn't wait to do this, so I'm doing it now, and I'm doing it live. This is a new Portastudio, and if you're here, first of all, welcome. This is my phone. This is very lo-fi. I don't have cool audio setup or anything. We're just taking a look at this new Portastudio that just came in the mail, and so if you're making a comment, it's not to be threatening, I'm not going to be able to see it for a second. So, why am I doing this? Why did I get a new Portastudio? Well, without doxing myself, the studio that you guys are all very familiar with on my channel is actually not very close to where I live. It's a shared space, and I live in New York City, and again, without doxing myself, it takes about an hour to commute to my studio. And between life and trying to survive and working and all that stuff, sometimes it's difficult to do that big commute. And are you enjoying this horrible unboxing? Sometimes it's difficult to do that commute. If you're just joining me, I'm explaining why I'm opening this new Portastudio. And my brain is rambling because I'm like, oh, what is going on here? So I'll say this over and over again on this stream. Living far away from my studio, I kind of have been needing to have a Portastudio at home, a much simpler version, and you'll see in a second. This one comes from Nick Bird over at Bird Finds. If you're not familiar with who Nick Bird is, I highly recommend checking out his Instagram, Bird Finds. Check out his website, birdfinds.com. He's always got really cool stuff, so shout out to Nick Bird. If any of my family members are watching, I apologize for waving this knife around my face, seemingly uncarefully. I'm normally very careful, so this is just probably the worst unboxing that you'll have. This is why I don't normally do this sort of thing, but it's very exciting. So the theory with this Portastudio is that I'll be able to create stuff here, including content for this channel, from my home studio space, so that I don't have to, so on the days where I'm limited in time and space, I can make stuff here, and I think it'll really open up this channel. I think it'll open up my creative process, because for whatever reason, guys, if you're new here or if you've been here since the beginning, I took to Portastudios like, a fish takes to water. I just fell in love with the sound. Are you guys familiar with Ella Feingold? She's an incredible funk guitarist who's been kind of on the 4-track stuff lately. I had a conversation with Ella the other day, and we're both just like, there's something about the process and the sound that's just like nothing else. And it's not for everyone, I'd say it's my limitations creatively, as a person. We're getting into the philosophy of why I even do this. It seems excessive, but luckily, this was not an expensive Portastudio. It doesn't come with nearly as many of the features that the ones you normally see. It's a more straight ahead. We're gonna see it here in a second. And again, if you're watching, thanks for watching. Okay, I don't know where the power supply is, but a Yamaha MT100. Do any of you out there, any of you guys out there, use one of these? So I'm gonna look in there for the power supply. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come with one, but if not, then I'll figure that out at some other time. Why do I have this? Again, if you're just joining me, the short version is I live far away from my studio, and this will help me do projects here at home in my home studio and be able to take them to the cool space that you guys are all familiar with. I feel like when I go to that space, I want to get straight to, being creative and using the tools of that studio. And for me as a bass player and a drum machine guy, I can do a lot of that creative aspect of the process here at home on this. This Portastudio it's very basic. It's 4 tracks, not as many mixing capabilities. I think it has 2 speeds. It does have high speed and low speed. And everyone, if you don't, and it's got pitch. If you guys don't know, I always prefer low speed. Some people always go high and crank it, but my preference is low, 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 low. Let me see if anybody's here. Am I talking to anyone? Yeah. Yes, Mr. Caldwell. You have 2 Fostex X. Oh, I wonder about those Fostex X12s. I almost came into one of those recently, but I just kind of wanted to hop on here. It doesn't look like, is there a power supply? No, I'm gonna have to reach out to Nick, because I thought this was supposed to have a power supply, but no matter. Power supplies are easy enough to come by. Plus, it's, if you know how power supplies work and the polarity and all that stuff. So this is a very simple unboxing. I don't normally do this, but I'm looking forward to playing around with this. It's got an equalizer for the master output, graphic equalizer. I'm going to mess around with it pretty soon, and then you'll be seeing it on this channel featured more, and you'll probably see this space a little bit more. And that's it. I mean, that's all I did. I just wanted to open this up. I got to turn the air conditioner back on. It's New York. It's summer. It's hot. I turned the AC off, and I'm already starting to sweat. So, yeah, let me look at these. The infamous one. I'm reading. I found this at Nick Bird's website, Bird Finds, and this was like $200. And I'm a man of limited means, so spending $200 is a lot for me. I'm sure you guys know New York City's expensive. As my gimbal is getting all wacky. All right. Besides that, you guys will see this more, and let me just show some of this up close. Yeah, I mean, I've never used one of these in person, so I'm looking forward to getting familiar with it, and I'm looking forward to building rhythm tracks at home and then bringing them to the big studio that you guys see all the time, and I think that'll be really fun. So with that, as always, you know the drill. Peace, and be good to each other. I don't know how to turn this off.